Today we will study a very simple topic, banking. This we can expect one question for 3 to 4 marks, most likely in section A. There were two parts to this topic, but in the new syllabus the first part has been removed. So we have only the second part now, and it is very easy. In this topic we have something known as recurring deposit account. So without going into the theoretical details of banking, let's directly come to the crux of the topic. There are different kinds of accounts, out of which we will study one account named as recurring deposit account. Question 1. Kiran deposited rupees 200 for 36 months in a bank recurring deposit account. Bank pays 11% per annum, simple interest. Find the amount she gets on maturity. So this problem is from the section of recurring deposit account, and here we assume that the rate of interest is simple. The formula is designed accordingly. So you have to assume that whether mentioned or not. Find the amount she gets on maturity. So we want to find MV. So let's first find the interest. Start the sum with I. I is PTR upon 100 into n plus 1 upon 2. Always write the formula followed by correct substitution. What is P here? Now we have to pick up the data from this. Kiran deposited rupees 200 for 36 months. So what is your monthly installment? 200. So P is 200. It is not essential for you to write separately P is this and R is this. You can directly show the substitution in the formula. T is 1 upon 12 always. R is 11%. Into N. N stands for number of months. Here directly number of months are given to you, 36. So into 36 into N plus 1. That is 36 plus 1. 37 upon 2. We'll have to see what things are getting cancelled. 100 2s are, 2 and 2 will get cancelled. 12 3s are. So we have 37 into 3 into 11, which works out to be 1221. So the interest is 1221. However, we want to find the amount Kiran gets on maturity. So we will have to find MV. MV is NP plus I. What does N stand for? Number of months. So 36 into the monthly installment, that is 200 plus 1221. So that will be 7,200 plus 1221. How much that works out to be? Let us add and see. 7200. This you can do in the rough work column. 1, 2, 4 is rupees 8421. This is a new symbol for rupees. Write it correctly. It should not look like 2. So rupees 8421 is the final maturity what she will get. So it is called the maturity value, or it is also known as the final value what you will get when you close the account, when the account matures. So we are done with this. Question 2. Mr. Gupta opened a recurring deposit account in a bank for 2 years. He deposited rupees 2500 per month for 2 years. At the time of maturity, he got rupees 67,500. Find the total interest earned by Mr. Gupta and the rate of interest per annum. In the previous sum, we had to find the maturity value. Here, maturity value is given. However, we need to find the total interest earned by Mr. Gupta and also the rate of interest offered by the bank. So I would suggest it is better to start these inverse sums also with I, like take the formula for interest. It becomes easier. So I is PTR upon 100 into n plus 1 upon 2. P is how much? P is the monthly installment, what he deposits in the bank every month. That is, he deposited 2,500 per month. So 2500. T is 1 upon 12 always. R is a rate of interest which we do not know. So let it be R into N. N is the number of months for which he deposits the money. So that is for 2 years. So N won't be 2. N stands for number of months. So that would be 24. So into 24 into N plus 1, that is 25. So I is this. Let us see what gets cancelled. 12 2s are 2 and 2. 2 zeros will get cut here. So always check carefully if you have missed out anything. Now these are all cancelled. So we are left with 25 into 1, 25 into 25, that is 625 into R, that is 625 R. We are getting interest in terms of R because we do not know the rate of interest offered by the bank. Okay. Now there is one more clue given. At the time of maturity, he got rupees 67,500. So MV is NP plus I. So what is the maturity value? 67,500 is equaling NP. N is number of months, that is 24, into P is 2500 plus I. But what is I now? We found out 625 R. So here we will write 625 R. Let's work out this. It's a simple equation now in R. So we will do 24 into 25. That works out to be 600 followed by 2 zeros plus 625 R. Transpose, solve this simple equation for R. So 67,500 minus 60,000 equaling 625 R. So you will have 7,500 is 625 R. So 7500 upon 625 is equaling R. So we can cancel with 25. Yes, 25 threes are, then 2 zeros, 25 25s are, 12s are. So R works out to be 12% per annum. But we are not yet done with the sum. The question says, also find the total interest earned in rupees we have to find. R was the rate of interest, that is 12% per annum, that we have found. But we also need to find the total interest. Now observe, MV minus NP will give you I in absolute numbers. So MV minus NP We know MV is NP plus I, so you just transpose NP on this side. You will get MV minus NP is I. In rupees you will get. Maturity value was 67,500. NPV calculated here 60,000 is equaling I. So I will be naturally rupees 7,500. So the actual interest in rupees earned by Mr. Gupta is 7,500 and the rate of interest is 12% per annum. Remember to answer the question up to the end. Many students find R, okay, and it is done. But the question also says find the total interest earned by Mr. Gupta. So this would naturally fetch 1 mark. Now we are done with this sum completely. Question 3. Mohan has a RD account for 2 years at the rate 6% per annum SI, simple interest. If he gets rupees 1,200 as interest at the time of maturity, find the monthly installment, second, the amount of maturity. Note the difference between this particular sum and the previous sum. In the previous sum, 67,500 was the maturity value. Here, amount of maturity needs to be found out. What is given is, if he gets rupees 1,200 as interest at the time of maturity. So here interest is given. As suggested earlier, we always start the sum with I. I is PTR upon 100 into n plus 1 upon 2. Now here interest is given. So below I we can safely put 1,200. Find the monthly installment. So here P is not given. So P will remain as it is. Capital T is 1 upon 12 always. What is our rate of interest? 6%. So 6 upon 100 into, remember to put multiplication signs. It's all connected. Into n plus 1. N stands for number of months. Now time period is given as 2 years. So that would be 24 months. So into 24 into 25. Now let us see if we can simplify this. 2 1s are 2 12s are. 12 will get cut. 25 1s are 25 4s are. Good enough. Now solve the equation for P. 1200 into 4 divided by 6 is equaling P. So P works out to be rupees 800. That means the monthly installment was rupees 800. So this part is done. However, the sum is far from over. We also have to find the amount of maturity. So we need to find MV. What is the formula for MV? NP plus I. So MV will be NP plus I. N is 24. P we just now found out 800 plus interest. Interest was already given 1,200. Now we need to multiply. 8 4s are 32, 8 2s are 16, followed by 2 zeros plus 1 2 0 0. So let's do this. 19,200 plus 1,200. So the maturity value is rupees 20,400. and this sum stands solved completely now. Question 4 and the final question for this topic. Shreya opened a RD account and deposited rupees 800 per month for a certain time period. If she received rupees 684 as the total interest, find the time period for which the account was held. Rate of interest 6% per annum. Now here we do not know the time period for which the account was held. In so many sums what we solved before, time period was already known, like 1 year, 2 years. But here we have to find that. So what are we supposed to find here? N, small n. As suggested earlier, start the problem with I. I will be PTR upon 100 into n plus 1 upon 2. The interest is given as 684. This sum can be modified. Instead of giving you interest, they can give you the maturity value. Then at different place we will substitute. But here we know 684 as the interest, so we can substitute directly below I. Are we aware of P? Yes. She deposited how much? 800 per month. So P is 800. Capital T is 1 upon 12 always. Rate of interest 6% per annum. Into n plus 1 upon 2, because we are not aware for the time period for which the account was held, and it is precisely this n which we wish to find. Let us see what can be cancelled. 100 will go 8 times, 2 will go 3 times, 4 2s are, 4 3s are, 3 and 3 will get cancelled. So we are left with 684 is equaling 2. Rest everything has got cancelled. Okay. 2 into n plus 1. Now this 2 can be taken down. So that will 684 divided by 2. So 342 is equaling n into n plus 1. This gives rise to a simple quadratic equation. So n into n plus 1 is equaling 342. N square plus n minus 342 is 0. Now try and solve this quadratic equation. Okay. Here if you try to use factorization, yes, very much. So this will be 19 and 18, 19 minus 18. Coefficient of n square is 1. Constant term is minus 342. So it is 19 and minus 18. 19 minus 18, 1. So coefficient of n square is 1. Yes, 19 into minus 18 is minus 342. So now it will be n square plus 19n minus 18n minus 342 is 0. N into n plus 19. Now it is a routine quadratic equation which we are solving. N plus 19 common, n minus 18. Product of two numbers is 0, so either of them will be 0. Here n is minus 19. Naturally, we will have to discard n as minus 19 because n stands here in the context of the sum. N stands for number of months. How can number of months be negative? So this we will have to discard. So n is 18. That means the account was held for 18 months. So n is 18 months because in the formula n stands for number of months. Now this can be easily converted into years. Divide by 12. So that is 3 by 2. That is 1.5 years. If it would have been something like 17 months, 16 months, you can leave it like that. This is also fine. But in case you wish to convert it into number of years, or if they ask you find the time period in years for which the account was held, then months to years we will naturally divide by 12. So it works out to be 1.5 years. This completes the topic of banking, and just two tips here. At times they may say one simple sum will be given, find the maturity value. Okay, rate of interest is given, P is given, and they will say account was held for 1.5 years. So this you will have to naturally convert into months when you substitute in the formula. This is not connected to this, it's a general tip which I am giving. 1.5 years is not 17 months. 1 year will be 12 months. 0.5 years will be 6 months. So it will be 12 plus 6. So 1.5 years implies 18 months. And 2.5 years would imply how many months? 2 years, so 24 months. 0.5 year will be 6 months. So 2.5 years would imply 30 months. So in case you come across 2.5 years in any particular sum, remember that n in that case would be 30. And if it is 1.5 years, then n would be 18. Done.